Yo, what's good, y'all? AJ Simmons checking in, founder of the Clean Business Network, aka the Cleaning Business GOAT. And I just want to talk about betting on yourself, y'all, because it's about that time for the Clean Business Network conference. It's this week, y'all, this Wednesday. I'm on my way now, about to wrap up a few things here at home in Florida, and then I'm about to catch this flight to Las Vegas, y'all. And I just want to talk about the theme of the event, which is betting on yourself, y'all. Bet on yourself. Because that's exactly what I had to do to pull this shit off. Right? I literally had to bet on myself, man. I never been to Las Vegas in my life when I chose to hold the event in Las Vegas. We did the event twice here in Jacksonville, and it was successful. And then I was like, you know what? I'm like, well, we need to go out west. We need to go out west. I don't know where, because I haven't really traveled there. I only been in San Diego so far. That was the only city I've been to so far on the West Coast. And I was like, I don't know where I'm going to hold it, but we need to hold it somewhere. Shout out to Mila. She suggested Las Vegas. I said, you know what? That's a good idea. Let's do it. And I literally just, went on the internet, searched for good hotels. I went with the Marriott brand because that's who I'm a member with anyway. And I just said, we're going to do Marriott. And I just found a hotel on the internet. Y'all ain't visited first or nothing. I can pretty much tell. You know what I mean? Like off top, like, all right, bam, I'm going to do this, do that, do that. And I'm about to get on the interstate, by the way. So if my background is too loud, I'm going to try to holler, project my voice a little more. But anyway, and I just made it happen, y'all. And that's what betting on yourself is all about. And that's what you got to have. I was sitting here listening to this, like a motivational video somebody made of 50 Cent. He was talking about, how he have nowhere to go. Like he said one time when he first got put on, right? And he went on his first tour. He ain't had no money in the bank. He came back home from the tour. He had $34 million in the bank, and he was like, "Fuck, what I'm gonna do?" And all his homeboys were like, "Well, I'm going back home. Let's do it." They want to go back home to Jamaica, Queens, where they from, right? And 50 was like, "Go back home to what? Ain't nothing there. Like, what? I don't have anything to go back to." And that reminded me. I remember when I went in the military for that stint that I did, and everybody was like, they want to go home. They couldn't wait to go home. Couldn't wait to go home. I wanted to go home, but then I always remember, but damn. That's the reason I'm here, because I don't have a home. Like, I had already got put out my mama's house, and I knew I couldn't go back there. My sister lived in the projects, so I already knew if I stayed out there, I wasn't gonna make it. Well, with my attitude and ego, is somebody been done killed my ass. And I mean, if that, or either I've been done killed them, and I'd be doing life in prison. So I know I'm too smart for that. So I'm like, well, damn, I ain't got nowhere to go. You know what I mean? And the girl I had at the time, she was staying with her mama, so it was like, I ain't got nowhere to go. I ain't got no home. So I was forced to stay and do it. And being in those situations, it builds something inside of you when you know you don't got no plan B. When you know that whatever you're doing, you gotta be successful, or else that wakes something else up inside of you. And that's why, like, I try to be responsible, right? And I don't tell y'all to just quit your job. Just, go all in. I don't care if you ain't got a savings account. Sometimes I will. When I'm on one, I will tell you that. The other times I'm like, no, have a plan, slow down. Because I try to hedge my advice, right? Because I don't want to be the one that told you to quit today, then you go quit today. Now your ass put out, and now you ain't got nowhere to go. Now you got to go through this hard time. Which if you really want it bad enough, even if you get put out and all of that, you're going to figure it out if you're built for it. But I don't want it to be, damn, they did that because AJ said do it. And they look up to AJ. And I don't want to have to worry that, right? But the truth of the matter is, that's the type of stuff I always done, though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I ain't telling you to do it, but that's the type of stuff that I've always done. Because I bet on myself and I believe in myself enough. And that's what betting on yourself is all about. Just simply believe in yourself. Believe in the fact that you can do something. Everybody else around you might not believe that's possible. I remember I spoke to somebody early on, what was it, probably about 2 months ago, before the event, right? And it was getting close time for the event to happen. I was explaining to them how we simply do not have the budget to pull this shit off. I didn't think it was gonna happen. And the person told me, yeah, I was gonna tell you, you might as well go ahead and just go ahead and maybe explain to everybody, what the stuff going on with blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no. I was just venting to you. Ain't no turning back. We gonna make this happen. You know what I mean? We gonna make this shit happen. And that's exactly what happened. You know what I mean? I really didn't know how I was gonna still pull it off. The tickets was not selling. You know what I mean? So now we're just gonna turn it up a notch. We're gonna do more lives. Maybe we're gonna promote more. We're gonna believe more than anything. Just believe, y'all. And that's the thing about money too. Sometimes you ain't got no money, but you gotta attract it to you. You wake up every morning and believe that it's gonna happen. Because I'm telling you, when you live in an entrepreneurship, there is no oh, I get paid next Friday and I'm gonna budget off for next Friday. Ain't none of that. When you your own boss, sometimes like you gotta believe that the other business is gonna pay you. That the individuals, if you're selling the individual, is gonna pay you. You know what I mean? You just gotta believe that I can sell some more. I can sell some more. I can sell some more. And you really gotta just jump out here and go all in. And it's like that's the thing. Because everybody think they want freedom, but guess what comes with freedom? Lack of security. Because freedom and security are the opposite of each other. You know what I mean? That's why, and I told y'all this before, that's why the most secure place is called maximum security, prison, right? And I got that from Robert Kiyosaki. So it's like, do you really want to be secure and safe? If that's what you want, go and get you a good government job or something, save up for retirement, and live that nice, happily ever after, quiet, safe, secure life, right? But if you prefer freedom, if you want to get the fuck up when you feel like getting up, you know what I mean? If you want to go and come and go as you please, if you don't want to have to ask, can I take off today for my child field trip? If you don't want to have to ask, can I go take a shit because I got a shit, right? If you don't have to ask, like that's what I just like to do what the fuck I want to do. Some days I wake up and I don't feel like doing shit, so that's what I do. Nothing. And I handle that shit tomorrow, right? Because I created that lifestyle for myself. And you got to create that lifestyle for yourself. And that's another thing too when it comes to business. And I talk about this in my new book, The Entrepreneur's Guidebook. And by the way, it's a very short read. I recommend you get it off of Amazon, The Entrepreneur's Guidebook by A.J. Simmons. And but it's just a coffee table book, so it wasn't designed to be a long book. It's just a coffee table book you're supposed to leave out on your table. It's kind of like decoration, but it also offers a lot of value in it. But one of the things I talk about in there, though, is remembering the fact of why you started this to begin with. Typically, we all started this because of freedom more than anything. And so one thing I say is don't get so wrapped up into money, chasing gross revenue, because you're competing with other people or you feel like you got something to prove. You know what I mean? Make sure you're doing that shit because doing it the way you want to do it, how you want to do it. And I got stuck in that trap for like a couple of years, and I had to wake up and realize, wait a minute. I don't even give a fuck about. I wasn't trying to get the biggest company alive. Now the problem though is in business, it's your responsibility as the owner to always grow your company. That's your responsibility, because if you don't grow it, if it's not constantly doing this trend and the upwards trend every single year, then it's dying. You can't just get somewhere. People think you can get somewhere in business and say, all right, well I made it to $500,000 a year. I'm good right here. That's enough, and I'm just gonna keep it right here and maintain. You can't maintain in business. You maintain, you're gonna start losing because the cost of everything goes up every single year. So in order to keep up with that, you have to grow every single year. That's why too people get tired of this shit, because it is a constant struggle. But make sure you growing because that's what you want to do. And not because you feel like you're trying to compete with something or you think you need some magic number. Ain't no magic number. You got to keep growing. Now, I'll tell you this. That's why you always build your business to design to sell, too. Because guess what? You might get tired. So if you do get tired, you can sell. And then once you sell, once you get a big enough lump sum, now that is enough. Let's just say you get $10 million. You sell your company for $10 million. You put it in the market and live off of 5% of the interest, because on average you probably burn about 10% on average from the market. Okay, but what's 10% of $10 million? That's $1 million a year. You can live off $1 million a year, can't you? Well, fuck it, live off 5% and keep the other 5% in and reinvest every year. That way, now it's impossible for you to ever go broke again. Your money always growing because of the interest accrued from the market, and then you also withdrawn that 5%, so you still can afford to live. So that's how you can get to the point where you never have to work ever again, right? But you got to build to that point first. You know what I mean? We don't come from money, so we got to create some type of vehicle, some type of asset to get us to that point. And that's why I always recommend people start companies, because you can't do that with no job. You can't save away, like you can't build a job to a point where you can sell it or pass it down to your kids, right? Because you could build your company. You ain't even got to rely on the market if you don't want to. If you could build your company big enough, automated, your company can do exactly what the market can do. And see, if you bet on yourself and you believe in yourself enough, you probably will believe in your company more than the market, because we all know how the market can be sometimes, right? But anyway, I'm just thinking about this venting out loud, man. I'm just thinking about the fact that, like, everything you want in this life, you can make it happen. You just can't fall for the bullshit that these other people tell you. Like, if you hear me saying this type of stuff right here, and then you go turn in one of your other favorite YouTube channels and they tell you some other shit, They telling you it ain't possible for regular people like us, or they telling you certain people are anomalies. That's bullshit. Don't listen to that. That ain't wrong. That ain't the right person you want to listen to if you're trying to make it out here. You know what I mean? They the ones that's gonna keep you down. Don't listen to them. And I'm in a situation right now, right, where I can. So those who don't know, I put this out here before, right? But those who don't know, one of my main goals I decided was I want to go ahead and build CBN to $100 million valuation, and then I was gonna go ahead and sell. Which, if I sold, then y'all already know I'm gonna be responsible with it, and I'm gonna make sure that whoever I put in charge as the new CEO, that is somebody that can keep it going the same way that I kept it going, and that run it the way I run it. And you know what's crazy about that? One, that sounds ridiculous. $100 million, this little regular motherfucker from Portsmouth, Virginia. How the fuck are you gonna do that, right? Because people don't think on these levels. I do, and I want to sell that bitch for $100 million. I'm trying to go buy the neighborhood I grew up in, Charlestown. I don't know how many units they got in that complex. It's probably about 200 units in it. I want to go buy that and own it, right? Amongst other things. And somebody might listen and say, how the fuck is you gonna do that? Like, from a business you made up, how do you do that? But I'm gonna tell you, it's very simple. It's very easy math. Because I got a product right now, right? But I ain't gonna tell you everything it entails. But basically, I got a product that I charge $10,000 a month for, right? All I gotta do is get 100 people to buy that $10,000 a month product. That's about $12 million a year, right? 10, 12 million a year, somewhere around there. And then what will happen is, wait a minute, I gotta add that part out because I think my math wrong. Hold up, 100 people, 10,000. I'm thinking about the annual. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I'm right. That's about $1 million a month, about 10, 12 million a year, right? Because 12 months in a year. So I'm right. All right, but all right. And I don't know why I was ready to edit it too. Shit, I can fuck up in front of y'all. But I already told you I'm good at math as long as I got a calculator with me. But anyway, but that's my point though. So anyway, if I'm doing about 10, 12 million a year, then guess how much I can sell the company for? If it's a recurring revenue model like that, a SaaS company, I can sell it for about $100 million. And all I need is 100 people. Out of all of these motherfuckers, subscribers and followers and likes and all this shit I get, you don't think I can get 100 people paying me $10,000 a month? You know what I mean? And not to mention, the way I'm gonna do it too is I'm gonna literally cold call. Y'all know I told you, cold call don't never get old. I don't give a fuck what you do. I'm gonna cold call one by one, and call these big corporations who are going to be my customer for this particular product, and just ask them. And see, now, remember I told y'all that's why building a personal brand is so important, is because if I cold call first and offer my product versus if somebody called that nobody knows, I'm at the advantage. I'm like, that's like when I was telling you, that's like if The Rock started a cleaning company. Of course he got an advantage. He the fucking Rock. You know what I mean? So it's like, in the business side, you know what I mean? I'm like a C-list celebrity, right? And the business side. And so that celebrity gives me an advantage. So when I call somebody and I introduce myself, a lot of these companies might already know who I am. And they already know I got credibility. Then for those who don't know, guess what? Now when I send them my information over, and it'll be a hyperlink there, they can click and see, oh, damn, this motherfucker, okay, he's solid. He know what he's talking about. You know what I mean? Or they can see, damn, they got how many subscribers? Oh, damn, they do how much in revenue? Oh, they hired how many you know what I mean? So just like when you got your social media is basically like your resume. You know what I mean? And that's why I make sure that all of my stuff that I put out here, I can stand on. You know what I mean? Because that's your reputation. You know what I mean? So I got to make sure at all times that I'm delivering, because like it's me. I'm a person. I'm a brand, and so if my business look bad, I look bad. And if I look bad, my business look bad. Like they connected to each other. That's dangerous to do if you ain't gonna deliver what you're trying to deliver now. Not what you're saying you can deliver. But I ain't scared to bet on myself. And that's what I advise you to do. Don't be scared to bet on yourself, y'all. Simple as that. For those who come to the conference in Las Vegas, I'm looking forward to meeting y'all there. You know what I mean? By the way, when I gave you an example how I can easily get to 100 million, like this simple math, right? But sometimes I wake up and say I don't feel like it. Sometimes I wake up and you know what? I know I can build to 100 million, but I don't even feel like it. Let me just go ahead and sell this bit for 10 million now, or 4 million now, or 1 million now, whatever I can get now, right? So now I gotta stop and get some gas. You know what I mean? But then I'm like, nah, fuck that, just fight through. You know what I mean? But sometimes I don't care. And so we're going to see what happens. Right? We're just going to see what happens. But I think the most important thing is, and like I told y'all before, whenever you start to feel like you get burnt down in business, like, don't be scared to take breaks. And then also try to make sure that you're building your systems in a way to where you're freeing yourself from the shit that you don't like to do. Because there's always stuff, as entrepreneurs, there's some fun stuff that we do. We like, this is fun for us, right? But for the stuff that ain't fun to you no more and you don't like doing, just get somebody else to do that stuff and try to start systemizing those parts so that it ain't got to be as stressful for you no more. What else I got for y'all before I hop off here, man? Oh, automation going away. So if you was interested in that, go and get it. Alright, it is going away. I already told y'all in the last live I did, I'm about to go to Vegas and do the CBN conference, right? Once I get back, I'm taking it down. So if you wanted the automation course, get it, because I'm getting rid of it forever once I get back. Lead generation, I'm about to stop selling that individually. You ain't gonna be able to just buy leads anymore. It's gonna have to be, you gotta subscribe to get leads going forward. So if you want leads, get the leads while you can. What else am I changing? I forgot. It's so many different things, but that's the main two things. And then I feel like I'm forgetting something I wanted to tell y'all too. Get paid to be you. Might as well talk since I talked about building your personal brand. I'm gonna lean a lot heavier back into that too when I get back, because the more I look around, I mean, I see a lot of y'all want to do what I'm doing. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all want to follow in my footsteps. Y'all want to use the cleaning stuff to get you started. But you really want to, you know, be an influencer. You really want to do YouTube. You really want to make money online. That's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with it. By the way, I recommend, though, don't think that this is the better way to make money, or maybe not even the easiest, because you can build a cleaning company as big as you want to, just FYI. And if you already got one that's successful, I highly recommend you just stand in that lane. I had to do this. I had no other, you know, that's the only path I had, because I had to fucking non-compete with Jam Pro when I quit that job with them, and then when I sold my franchise with them. So I was prohibited from starting another cleaning company for 2 years before I left them anyway. So I kind of just took this route to survive. And that's luckily for y'all and me, right? It worked out for me. I created this fucking massive brand by doing that. And I was also to help way more people by doing it this way, because it allowed me to create Clean Biz Network, which never would have happened had I had a cleaning company. So, but anyway, bet on yourself, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all in Las Vegas. I can't wait. I'm excited about it. I'm just grateful that we pulled it off. You know what I mean? I'm excited to see how it go. And I'm also excited too, the fact that I don't have a lot of responsibility this year, as far as like I don't have a speaking slot this year. I've been on stage a couple of times, but I'm not like a speaker. I got a lot of other speakers for y'all to hear and learn from this year. Shout out to Peter Boland, came in last minute to fill in for me, because one of the other speakers pulled out. Multi-million-dollar cleaning company owner. Y'all gonna love that guy. Shout out to Tenacity Academy, Tenacity Clean. They're gonna be hosting the Clean Biz Network conference this year for me. And yeah, I'm just excited, man. Y'all gonna love it. I'll see y'all in Vegas. I'm out of here.